أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. All right, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Right, so today, what I'll be doing, as I mentioned last week, is what week and a half ago when we had the last class, that I'll be teaching yourselves present tense verb as well, so that you are able to understand present tense, and along with prepare yourself for book 2 as well. So I'm just going to bring that onto the screen and inshallah starts. Just bear with me 1 second. Right, quickly, I'm going to quickly revise this and then start the main thing, and then inshallah do revision as well at the same time. Now, first of all, we have covered this, but I'm quickly doing revision because I need to do this revision so that I can teach you present tense verb today. Now, in the Arabic language, there are 14 verbs for the past tense. So the 14 verbs itself, there are 6 for the third person, 6 for the second person, and 2 for the speaker. Now, in any conversation, you have 3 dimensions of a conversation. You have either a speaker, you have an addressee, the person you're speaking to is the addressee, and we also have a third person who is the absent person. So we speak about him or her in the form of the third person, he or she. And if we look over here now, we have the pronouns over here. Every verb also requires, as it says, please remember that Arabic verbs, the doer of the action, fa'il, is always present, either in the attached form or in its hidden form. So every verb requires a doer in the Arabic language. And these are individual pronouns, huwa, huma, hum, he, they both, they all. So Arabic language is a very rich language, and for the third person, we have 3 forms for the masculine. In English, we have he and they all. In Arabic, no, you have he, they both, 2 individuals, and they all, more than 2. So that's the reason huwa means he, huma means they both, hum means they all. Hiya means she, huma means they both, and hunna means they all. So huma in both scenarios, for masculine and feminine, huma is referred to 2 individuals, female or masculine. And hunna is for they all, females. Anta, so these pronouns, these are detached pronouns, which they have put next to the verb for you to understand that this verb represents this individual. Then you have anta, which is you, antuma, you 2, antum, you all. Anti, you 1 female, antuma, you 2 females, antunna, you all females. Ana is I, nahnu is we. This is the actual detached pronouns. Now, the verb is itself sounds. Now,
मुझे आवाज नहीं आ रही है, ये मैं अर्जुमन बोल रही हूँ, हल्की आ रही है बहुत.
Okay.
आप अपनी वॉल्यूम
increase your volume because my volume was on full. So if you increase your volume from your side, तो आवाज आपको पहुंचेगी. Now then, with regards to the verb, then you have dhahaba is the past tense verb, which is a 3-letter verb, dhahaba, and then we have the alif, which is the attached pronoun, which means they both. Then you have hum, so we added the alif and the waw at the end, and the previous letter is with a dhamma, dhahabu, so it says waw al jama'a, the waw for the plural. And then you have hiya dhahabat. The ta is the suffix, the dhamir, which is attached, but this is not a dhamir, it's a sign of feminine. So the fa'il is mustatirun. So in dhahabat and dhahaba, there's no letter which represents the fa'il. So in these two forms, the dhamir or the pronoun is hidden. In the huma, dhahabata, they both went. The ta is the sign of feminine, and alif is the sign of dual. So this is how you differentiate between dhahaba and dhahabata. And then in hunna, dhahabna, this noon which we add here represents hunna, means they all females. And the point you need to remember is that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are 6 verbs for he and she. 3 for masculine, 3 for feminine. And whenever we do the 6th form for the feminine, the last letter of the 3-letter verb, so in the Arabic language, the minimum letter of letters you have for a verb is 3. So the last letter will always come with a sukoon. And the last letter, which is the noon, which is the fa'il, will come with a fatha, the habna. And then from onwards, from the 6 to the 14, the ba remains silent with sukoon. So anta is represented by ta, tuma, tum, ti, tuma, tunna, to, and na. So these are the attached pronouns with the verb, which represents who is performing the action itself. So dhahabta, you went. Dhahabtuma, you two went. Dhahabtum, you all went. Dhahabti, you one female went. Dhahabtuma, you two females. You two females went. Dhahabtunna, you all females went. Dhahabtu, I went, and dhahabna, we went. Mine is fine. Okay. Right. So this is this. Now I'm going to ask. Sayyid Ali Naqi. Ali Naqvi. Sayyidina, can you come on the mic? Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum.
Would you be able to conjugate the past tense, please?
Sorry, what do you want me to do? I'm confused.
Would you be able to conjugate? So can you go through the list of the past tense verb?
For dhahaba.
Yes. So dhahaba, he went. Huma dhahaba, they both went. Hum dhahaba, they all went. I just want you to do this, and then I'll start with present tense.
Okay, so dhahaba, he went. Dhahaba, they went, 2 men. Dhahabu, they went, all men went. Dhahabat, she went. Dhahabata, they went, 2 women. Dhahabna, they went, 2 or more women. Dhahabta, you went for a man. Dhahabtuma, you 2 men went. Dhahabtum, you all men went. Dhahabti, you woman went. Dhahabtuma, you 2 women went. Dhahabtunna, you all women went. Dhahabtu, I went. Dhahabna, we all went.
Is this clear for you?
Yes.
Have you done them before or not?
I have.
Okay, and that's fine. Right. So is there anyone who hasn't done this before? I know there's some few newcomers in the class as well. So is there any newcomer who has not done this before? Is there anyone in class today who has not done them before? If there is, you could come on the mic. I just want to listen to you so that I know that you don't make any mistakes.
Salama, I have not done this before.
Sorry?
It's me, Ishrat. I have not done this before. It's my first one.
Bismillah, go ahead. Can you go through them? Huwa dhahaba, he went, and then I'll help you. Go
I have
ahead.
to read out.
Yes, please.
ذهب ذهبا ذهبوا ذهبت ذهبتا ذهبنا ذهبتا ذهبتما ذهبتم
Dhahabta, dhahabtuma, dhahabtum.
ذهب ذهبتا ذهبتما ذهبتم ذهبتي ذهبتما ذهبتن ذهبت ذهبنا.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for that. Right. So huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna. This is the 6 for the third person. Mukhatab, addressee. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. This is for the second person. And then ana, I, and nahnu. I and nahnu is used for both masculine and feminine. So this. You can listen to the recording because I'm doing it as a revision session. So that's the reason why I'm not bringing everyone on the mic. Now I'm going to move on to the present tense as a present. I'll do revision as well today, and I'll teach you something new as I promised. I said I'll make it a mixture of something new and something old as well. So I'm just going to go to the present tense and explain how the present tense is formed. Right. Who has done present tense already? Has anyone done present tense already?
I have done it, but I've forgotten, to be honest, but I have done it in the past.
Right. But again, I know you've done that. I was wondering that any of the new fresh students who haven't done it. Right. Now, can you see this on the screen now? Now, I'll send this handout out in the group as well. But first of all, if you have a pen and paper, it's always important that you write your hand notes in class as well, because writing notes is one of the best ways that the Imams alayhi salam have said to learn something. Now, when we make the present tense, we, like in the past tense, so in the past tense, what we did, we added additions at the end of the verb as suffixes kataba, katabu, katabat, katabata, katabna, katabtuma, katabtum, katabti, katabtuma, katabtunna, katabtu, and katabna. All of these were added at the end of the verb. Now, in regards to the present tense, I'm going to use the English one first, and then I'll go back to the Arabic one. Now, in regards to the present tense, there is slight differences. Now, with regards to the present tense, what we do is that you have the singular, dual, and plural. So the original verb is past tense is darasa. Darasa, he studied. Darasa, he studied. And the other point I need to mention before I move on is that the past tense has 3 different patterns. So all of these here, darasa, all of the 3 letters have fatha. Sometimes the middle letter can come with a kasra and can also come with a dhamma. So there are 3 patterns for the past tense, all of them having fatha. Like, I'll give you the example, kataba, or you can have one letter in the middle having a kasra, alima, or you can have the middle letter having a dhamma, kabura. So you just put all of the 14 forms, you just put a dhamma on the actual middle, that's it. The ending remains the same. Kabura, kabura, kaburu, kaburat, kaburata, kaburna. It remains the same. Is this clear? Yes?
Yes, yes.
Please,
Yes.
I want you to repeat.
Yes, clear.
Who asked me to repeat?
I'm Sabiha.
Okay, so, Sabiha, so you will see here, look, I'll send this sheet again to you. Now, let me show you here. So, kataba, all of the 3-letter harakat in the past tense have a fatha, kataba. You have also, for the past tense, you have the ayn has a fatha, the lam has a kasra, and the mim has a fatha. So, alima. So this is the past tense, but now the middle letter has a kasra. That's a second pattern for the past tense. And the third pattern for the present tense, past tense, is the middle letter having a dhamma, kabura. So this is the 3 patterns for the past tense. I'll send this again in the group so that you will understand. Now, when we make the present tense, we start off from he. So when we want to make darasa to present tense, we add a ya. We add a ya, and the letter after the ya, which is the dal, in the past tense, darasa, the dal was with a fatha. In the present tense, it comes with a dhamma. So not a dhamma, sukoon, yad. And the last 2 letters after the dal come with a dhamma, yad rosu. So darasa, yad rosu. So yad rosu is present tense, which means he learns. Yad rosu, he learns. And then this is masculine, yad rosu. And when you want to make dual means 2 individuals. So what happens then? You add from yadrusu, you add alif and noon with a kasra. So you add alif and the noon with a kasra, and the previous letter from the alif, the sin had a dhamma in the singular, in the mufrad. But when you make dual, the sin changes to a fatha for the suitability of harakat for alif. So it becomes yadrusu, yadrusani. Yadrusu, yadrusani. So he learns, yadrusani, they both learn. Yadrusani. So we add alif and noon, they both now learn. And when we want to make the plural, we add waw and noon. We add waw and noon, and in all 3 of them, we have in the beginning, have added a ya in the beginning. So yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they both learn. Yadrusuna, they all now learn. So yadrusu, yadrusani, yadrusuna. Sayyidah Abiha, is she here today? Sayyidah Abiha, are you here? She's not here. Okay, Sister Ruqayya. Sister Ruqayya, can you go on the mic? Oh, Brother Riaz.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. So,
sorry.
okay, give me 2 seconds, Sister. Okay, let me bring Brother Riaz on the mic. I'll bring you back on the mic. Brother Riaz, come on the mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. So, can you go through yadrusu, yadrusani, yadrusuna? Heal and translate it as well, please, for me.
I just read out the 3.
Yes.
Yes. Singular. Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they too masculine learn.
Correct.
Yadrusuna, they masculine learn.
Right. So, what's the difference? But how do you make the dual and how do you make the plural? What do you need to add?
Okay. In the dual, you put the alif and the noon at the end.
Correct.
And
Noon with a kasra. Noon with a kasra.
Noon with a kasra.
Yep.
And then plural, you put the waw and the noon fatha at the end.
Correct. So yadrusu, yadrusani, yadrusuna. Excellent. Now, when you now move on to the next one for 3rd person, as it says here, 3rd person. So the next 2 is for she. So the ya changes to a ta. The ya changes to a ta, and it becomes tadrusu. Tadrusu, she learns. And in yadrusani, they both now learn. We had a ya. But for females, you have a ta. Tadrusani. So she learns is tadrusu, tadrusani. They both females learn. Tadrusani, okay? Now, in the 6th form of the verb, what happens is that from tadrusu, the ta changes to a ya. The ta, tadrusu, she learns. To make it plural female, you change the ta to a ya and make the last letter, tadrusu, the sin, silent, yadrus, and add a noon with a fatha at the end, yadrusna. So tadrusu, tadrusani, yadrusna. Like the past tense, For the sixth form, we had the noon, correct? Darabna. They all females hit. So for the present tense, we do the same formula again, is that we have a noon with a fatha, and that's it. Whereas the plural masculine, it was yad rusuna, wow noon. We added wow noon, but they all males learn, it was yad rusuna, but they all females learn is yad rusna. Sister Shanazadi, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Can you go through them, the first six, please? Yadrusu, Yadrusani, and translate as well.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Rabbi Zidilma. Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they both male learn. Yadrusuna, they male learn.
They all male plural learn, correct?
Yeah. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, the two female learn. Yadrusna, the female learn.
They all females learn. Ahsanti, Jazakallah. Sister Elia, can you come on the mic, please?
Yes.
Bismillah, the first six.
Okay. Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they too masculine learn. Yadrusuna, they masculine learn. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they too feminine learn. Yadrusna, they learn feminine.
Excellent. Sister Fiza, can you come on the mic, please, as well?
Yes, salam alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Bismillah.
Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they too male learn. Yadrusuna, they all male learn. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they too female learn. Yadrusna, they all feminine learn.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Brilliant. Can I request Sister Ruqayya now? Sister Ruqayya?
Ji, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Do I need to read from beginning?
Yes, the first six.
Okay. Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they learn masculine.
Correct.
Yadrusuna, they learn masculine. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they learn she feminine. Yadrusna, they learn female, all female.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Sister Maryam from UK. Sister Maryam, are you there? Sister Maryam? Sister Maryam, are you there? Maryam, or is it from America? Whichever Maryam it is. I've mentioned her name, so she'll come on the mic. Or if she's not there, then I will ask, is it Layla? Can you come on the mic, please? Layla? If Layla's not available, then can I request,
Can I try?
who is this? Sister Sophia?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sister
Yes.
Sophia.
Alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Yadrusu, he learns.
Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, sorry.
Give me 2 seconds, Sister Layla. Let Sister Sophia now come on the mic. Go ahead, Sister.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam, Sister Layla. Give it 2 minutes now. Let Sister Sophia go through it now. Go ahead, Sister Sophia.
Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, two men learn, two males learn.
Correct.
Yadrusuna, they learn, many men, many males.
Correct.
Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusuna.
Tadrusani.
Tadrusani, two females learn, and Tadrusna.
Yadrusna.
They learn, many females learn.
So Yadrusna is a ya, not a ta. Yadrusna.
I thought he gave us a rule. Say Yadrusna.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Now, Sister Layla, come on the mic now. Sister Leila,
Assalamu
Bismillah.
alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Where are you from, Sister Leila? Are you from UK, India, Pakistan, or America? I'm not too sure. I can't remember.
I'm from Pakistan.
Okay, Bismillah, Sister Leila. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have to read from beginning?
Yes, please. The first 6.
Okay. Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they too may learn. Yadrusuna, they all may learn.
Excellent.
Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they too female learn. Yadrusna, they all female learn.
Excellent. Is this clear for you?
Yeah. Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you. Now, I'm going to move on now to the next 6. Now, the next 6 are really easy now. It's a bit more easier than the next ones. Now, in the next 6, you will find is that all 3 of them are masculine. They have tas in the beginning. So, the yadrusu was a masculine, he learns. But when you say you, one now learns, it's tadrusu. So, she learns and you, one now learn, second person is exactly the same. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusu, you, one now learn. Is exactly the same. You can only tell from the context whether you're talking to a female or whether you're talking to a male second person. So tadrusu, you one now learn, and then tadrusani, you two now learn. So they two females learn, and you two males learn exactly the same. So tadrusu, you one now learn. Tadrusani, you two males learn, and over here, remember, we did yadrusu, yadrusani, and we had yadrusuna. We had the waw noon at the end for they all males learned. Over here, in all 3 of them, for you, second person, we have the tas, and also we have a waw and noon at the end. What do we have? Waw and noon at the end. So here it was yadrusuna. You can just change the ya to a ta, and you've got you all now learn. Tadrusuna. Tadrusuna. So tadrusu, you one now learn. Tadrusani, you two nows learn. Tadrusuna, you all now learn. Right. Can I request I'm not going to request. Sister Najma. Sister Najma, can you come on the mic, please?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you do the first 3 for me? Tadrusu, tadrusani, and tadrusuna. Bismillah.
Tadrusu, one male, you learn.
Correct.
Tadrusani, 2 male, you learn. Tadrusuna, you all may learn.
Excellent. Now, the next 3, which are for the female. So, tadrusu, one now learn. I'll bring you on the mic in a minute. Just jazakallah for this for the moment. Now, the next 3, what happens is that tadrusu, to make that to female, you one female learn, you add a ya and noon. So whenever you want to say you one female learn, the difference between you one male learn and you one female learn, you add a ya and noon. And the previous letter before the ya should have a kasra. So it becomes tadrusina. Tadrusina. Tadrusina, you one female learn. Tadrusani, so you'll see, you two females and you two males learn is exactly the same. Tadrusani and tadrusani. And over in the plural, what will happen is that from tadrusu, which is you one male learn, so what we will do is that the last letter from the masculine tadrusu, the scene will become silent and add a noon with a fatha at the end, and that becomes you all females learn. So tadrusna. So tadrusu, tadrusani, tadrusna. So you can, the easy way of remembering it is this, is that for the female third person it was yadrusna. Here the ya will change to a ta, and that becomes you all females learn. Yadrusna. Yadrusna. So تدرسين, تدرسان, تدرسنا. You all females learn. Right, I'm going to ask Sister Asma Raza.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. You came late today.
Okay. From
I want you to start from تدرسين, so start from تدرسون to all the way up to تدرسنا.
right. Tadrusu, you may learn. Tadrusani, you too may learn. Tadrusuna, you all may learn. Tadrusina, you female learn. Tadrusani, you two female learn. Tadrusna, you all female learn.
Excellent, excellent. Sister Najma, can you come on the mic and finish off now?
Yeah.
Can you do تدرسين, تدرساني, and تدرسنا?
Tadrusina, you female learn. Tadrusani, two female learn. Tadrusna, you all female learn.
Excellent, excellent. Right, can I request Sister Muna? Muna. Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam. Tadrusina.
Start from you. You will now learn. Tadrusu.
Tadrusu, you may learn. Tadrusani, you two may learn. Tadrusuna, more than two may learn. Tadrusina, one female learns. Tadrusani, two may learn. Tadrusna, more than two may learn.
Excellent. Can I request Sister Amreen Zahra?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Can you do the second person? Tadrusu, please.
Okay. Tadrusu, you learn, male. Tadrusani, you both learn, male. Tadrusuna, you all learn, male. Tadrusina, you learn, female. Tadrusani, you both learn, female. Tadrusna, you all learn, female.
Excellent. Right. Can I request next person, Sister Shijna Zahra?
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Sister Shijna, I want you to just start from Yadrusu all the way up to Tadrusna.
Okay. Yadrusu, he learns, male. Yadrusani, they both learn, male. Yadrusuna, they all learn, male.
Correct.
Tadrusu, she learned. Tadrusani, they both learn, female. Yadrusna, they all learn, female.
Excellent.
Tadrusu, you learn, male. Tadrusani, you two male learn. Tadrusuna, you male learn. Tadrusina, you learn. Tadrusani, you two female learn. Tadrusna, you all female learn.
Excellent. Sister Sayyid Ali Naqabi. Sayyidina. Bismillah. Come on the mic.
Which one do you want me to do? From the beginning?
All of the 12.
Okay.
From Tadrusu to Tadrusna.
Okay. Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they two men learn. Yadrusuna, they all men learn. Yadrusu, she learns.
No, Tadrusu.
Sorry, Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they two female learn. Yadrusna, they all female learn. Tadrusna, Tadrusu, you male learn. Tadrusani, you two men learn. Tadrusuna, you all men learn. Tadrusina, you female learn. Tadrusani, you two female learn. Tadrusna, you all female learn.
Excellent. I and we, you literally add alif in the beginning. Instead of a ya or a ta, you add an alif. That means adrusu, I learn. And the dual and the plural, it's one form we use. it's a noon in the beginning. Nadrusu. Adrusu is I learn. Nadrusu is we learn. Adrusu and nadrusu. Adrusu and nadrusu. Okay, that's for male and female. Brother Riaz, Assalamu alaikum. Can you do the 14 forms now, please?
Okay. Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, the two men learn. Yadrusuna, they male learn. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they two female learn. Yadrusna, they female all learn. Tadrusu, the male you learn. Tadrusani, two male learn. You two male learn. Tadrusuna, you plural male learn. Tadrusina, you female learn. Tadrusani, you two female learn. Tadrusna, you plural female learn. Adrusu, I learn. Nadrusu, we learn, two of them, and all of us learn.
Now, what do you see in similarities between the third person plural masculine and the second person plural masculine? How are they similar to each other? Third person masculine plural and second person masculine plural. How are they similar to each other? I mean this one here. Yadrusuna and tadrusuna. They all males learn, and tadrusuna, you all males learn. What do you find similar? Brother Riyaz?
Have una. And then
Correct. They end with waw noon, both of them. So both of them end with waw noon. The difference is that for the third person, we have a ya in the beginning. For the second person, we have a ta in the beginning itself. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Right. Now, I'm going to ask, can I request Sister Arjumand Rizvi?
Yes, I cannot attend.
Okay, sorry. Okay, no, that's fine. Right, who I'm going to bring in next is going to Sister Sabiha. Sabiha, your mic is really bad. Just, you need to, there's a call out. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. Yadrusu, he learns. He, one person learn. Yadrusani, two male learn. Yadrusuna, they all male learn. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they two female learn. Yadrusna, they all female learn.
Correct.
Tadrusu, you one male learn. Tadrusani, you two male learn. Tadrusuna, you all male learn. Tadrusina, you learn, one female. Tadrusani, you two female learn. Tadrusna, you all female learn. Adrusu, I learn. Nadrusu, we learn.
Excellent. Sister Elia, can you come on the mic and do all the 14 now? And Sister Elia? Where is she? Okay, then Fiza, Sister Fiza Rizvi, Bismillah, can you come on the mic?
Yes. Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they too may learn. Yadrusuna, they may learn. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they too female learn. Yadrusna, they all female learn.
Just 1 second now, Sister Fiza. I'm going to test you now. How do you say he learns?
He learns Yadrusu.
How do you say she learns?
Tadrusu.
How do you say they all boys learn?
They all may learn. Yadrusuna.
Excellent. They all females learn.
They all females. That's the exception. Yadrusna.
Excellent. They two boys learn.
They two boys Yadrusani.
Excellent. They two females learn.
Tadrusani.
Excellent. The reason why this is a way I want everyone to test each other, because
Sure.
what
So
they,
we have to memorize this.
yes, you have to memorize them.
Oh, okay.
So that's the reason why I'm testing you and I'm repeating them, testing in different manners so that you can memorize them. Without memorizing, you will not know, you will not be able to be successful. Like the past tense you have memorized, the present tense you have to memorize as well. Because on this basis of the present tense, I would then teach you the amr of surah, like iqra. How do you make the imperative from the present tense? So I need you to memorize it so that I can teach you the imperatives and I could teach you the negative command as well.
Sure, inshallah, inshallah.
Right, continue. Next 8. Tadrusu.
Sure. Tadrusu, you may learn. Tadrusani, you too may learn. Tadrusuna, you plural may learn.
Correct.
Tadrusina, you female learn.
Mhm.
This is a bit confusing. We use ya and noon for
Female.
two and for plural. So this is for single you female.
Yep.
See, but we have to memorize. Okay. Tadrusina, you female learn. Tadrusani, you two female learn. Tadrusna, you plural female learn.
I and we.
I. Adrusu, I learn. Nadrusu, we learn. Nadrusu, we learn.
Excellent. I'm going to test you now. How do you say I learn?
Adrusu.
How do you say we learn?
Nadrusu.
How do you say you, one male, learn?
Tadrusu.
How do you say you, one female, learn?
One female. Tadrusu.
Nope. You, one
Female.
female.
Tadrusina. That's the confusing one. Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm testing you in a method that it'll be easier for you to memorize. I'm doing it in opposite. If I'm asking tadrusu, then I'm asking tadrusina, so that you know the mind is able to make it understand that exactly. So that's the way I'm testing you, is making you, I'm allowing you or facilitating you to memorize it itself.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
One,
Tadrusina. Tadrusina. You female learn.
right. How do you say you all boys learn?
You all boys learn. So second person.
Yeah.
Tadrusani.
You all boys.
You all boys. Tadrusani.
Nope. You all
You
plural.
all. That's for two. Okay. Tadrusuna.
Correct.
All boys.
And you one female learn?
You one female learn again. Tadrusina.
And you all boys learn? You all females learn?
Tadrusna.
Correct. Right. I'm going to ask 4 students to come on the mic and I'm going to compete with them. Right. The 4 students are going to be these ones. I'm going to ask Brother Ali Naqawi, Brother Riaz, Sister Elia, and who else would be good with them? And Sister Asma Raza.
Yes.
Sister Elia,
Yes.
Sister Asma Raza, Brother Ali Naqawi, and Brother Riaz. Everyone on the mic?
Yes.
Right. The first person who says the right answer. Right. How do you say I learn?
Adrus.
What was the answer?
Adrus.
Adrusu. How do you say we learn?
Nadrusu. Nadrusu.
What's happening, brothers? Okay, let's start. Continue. Brother Riaz, unmute yourself. Keep yourself unmuted. Ali Raza. Brother Ali Naqawi. Keep yourself unmuted so it'll be easier to say the answer. How do you say he learns?
Yadrusu. Yadrusu.
How do you say she learns?
Tadrusu.
Tadrusu. How do you say they all boys learn?
Yadrusna.
Yadrusuna. Yadrusuna. Right. they all boys learn. يدرسون.
Oh yeah.
They all females learn.
يدرسن.
يدرسن, correct. You all boys learn.
يدرسون.
يدرسون.
رسونا.
تدرسون.
You all boys learn is تدرسون. You all females learn.
تدرسن.
Correct. تدرسنا. You one male learn.
تدرس.
Correct. Ahsant, brother. You one female learn.
تدرسين.
Tadrusina. Ahsant. Thank you for that. Right. The next students I will ask is Sister Ishrat, Sister Layla, Sister Najma, and Sister Ruqayya.
Yes.
Okay.
Who is that? Sister Ruqayya, Ishrat, Layla, and Najma. Right. How do you say we learn?
We learn nadrusu.
Madrusu.
What does that mean?
We learn.
Okay, I'm going to test you in a different way. How do you say, what does adrusu mean?
I learn.
I learn.
Correct. What does yadrusu mean?
He learns. He learns.
Correct. What does tadrusu mean?
She learns.
What does yadrusuna mean?
They all male learn.
They all male learn.
Yeah, that's right. Yadrusuna, they all males learn. Correct. What does yadrusna mean?
They all female learn.
Female learn. They all female learn.
They all females learn. Correct. What does tadrusina mean?
You one female learn.
One female learn.
And how do you say you one female learn in Arabic?
Tadrusina.
Correct. What does tadrusu mean?
Tadrusu one male learn.
Or
She learns.
You will learn or she learns or you learn.
excellent. You got it. And what does tadrusuna mean?
Tadrusuna, you may learn. You all may learn.
Correct. And tadrusna?
Tadrusna,
You all female learn.
Excellent. Excellent. How did you find that exercise?
Sorry?
Did you find it?
Interesting, but little confusing.
Yes, it'll be confusing because it's fresh. That's why it's slightly challenging. Yes.
Actually, dual in there is one thing. There are same same words are used for three things.
Yes. Tadrusani and tadrusani, that's right. And that's the reason why when I test you, I don't really test you on tadrusani because it's easy. But the main ones are yadrusu, tadrusu, yadrusuna, yadrusna, tadrusu, tadrusuna, tadrusina, and tadrusna, adrusu, and nadrusu. These are the main ones.
Okay.
Okay, right. Next four students. Sister Shanazadi, Sister Sabiha, Sister Shijna, and Sister Ishad. Have you had a chance? Or Amreen Zahra? Okay, right. How do we say in Arabic, I am learning?
Adrusu.
Okay, mashallah, there's no one competing with you. Even better. How do you say we are learning?
Nadrusu.
Correct. How do you say he is learning?
Yadrusu.
How do you say she is learning?
Tadrusu.
Correct. How do you say they all boys are learning?
Yadrusuna.
Excellent. Yadrusuna. How do you say they all females are learning?
Yadrusuna.
Yadrusna. Yadrusna. And you one now is learning?
Tadrusu.
Correct. Tadrusu. And you all boys are learning?
Tadrusuna.
Tadrusuna. Correct.
Tadrusuna.
And you one female is learning?
Tadrusu.
Tadrusu.
You one female is learning?
Tadrusina.
Tadrusina. Excellent. And you all females are learning?
تدرسنا.
تدرسنا. Excellent, thank you. The next four students, who has not had the next four students, can you put your hands up, please? Next four students who would like to come. Next four students, Sister Muna Manji,
Yes, yes.
Sister Bilqis.
Yes.
Can you come on the mic? Next one is Sister Maryam.
Yes, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sister Layla, have you had a chance?
Excuse me?
Sister, have you had a chance to come on the mic and participate in the test?
Yes, I am. I did unmuted myself. Yes.
Okay. Layla, can you come on the mic as well? And Sister Safiya Salim as well.
Okay.
Right. Now, I'm going to test you in a completely different way. I'm not going to test, you're going to test. Sister Maryam, put the question forward for Sister Safiya Salim. Ask her a question.
Okay. Okay. I learn.
Tadrusu.
Correct. Now, Sister Safiya Salim, you ask the next sister a question.
Two female learn.
Which person? They or you?
Pardon me? Not you.
They. They two females learn?
Okay. Tadrusani.
Correct.
Yes.
So, Maryam, when you ask the question to the next sisters who are on the mic, Sister Ruqayya, go ahead.
You one female learn.
You one female learn. Ruqayya?
تدرسين.
Tadrusina. Okay, Sister Ruqayya asked the question to Sister Muna Manji.
You two boy learn.
Tadrusani.
Tadrusani. Sister Muna Manji asked next question to Sister Bilqis.
I learn.
Adrusu.
Sister Sister Bilqis asked the next question to Sister Muna Manji.
We all female learn.
Tadrusna.
Nope.
Tadrusu.
Nadrusu.
Nadrusu.
We all females learn. Sorry, we all.
Female learn.
Oh, sorry.
Nadrusu. Yeah, Nadrusu. Yeah.
Nadrusu, yeah, sorry.
That was a tricky one. Right. Sister Muna Manji asked next question to Sister Safiya.
You two female learn.
You two females learn.
Yes.
Tadrusani.
Tadrusani, correct. Right. Sister, who was going to ask? Sister Safiya asked the next question to Sister Maryam.
You learn plural female. All female learn meaning all female.
Yep. You all females learn.
You
all females learn.
Okay. Tadrusna.
Tadrusna, okay. Okay, this is more than enough, and I'm not going to do any more because it will be tiring for everyone. So, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. So, what I need from everyone to do is this. This is the homework, and everyone has to do the homework and send it across to me. You will have to write the Arabic, translate in English or Urdu, and write it, translate it, and send me a voice note of you saying all of them and translating them as well. So send me a recording. Yadrusu, he learns. Yadrusani, they two learn. Yadrusuna, they all learn. Tadrusu, she learns. Tadrusani, they both learn. Yadrusuna, they all learn. I want you to do this recording. This is really important because without this, I cannot move any further because this is the crux of the Arabic language. Everything is based upon present tense. Then from the present tense, you make the imperative, you make the negation command, and you make various other types of verbs as well. Any questions from anyone?
Shaykhna, about the one, for example, we did dhahaba in past tense, and then if you have to do future going, would that help?
What do you mean?
In other words, for example, zahaba, zahaba, zahabu.
Yep.
Then now we come to
So the present tense of dhahaba, what happens? The only reason why I'm not doing yet the present tense of dhahaba because the present tense of dhahaba is slightly different is not on the same pattern as yadrusu. It's a pattern because the present tense as well is a good question. Even the present tense has 3 patterns as well. So the present tense, one has a dhamma in the middle, like yadrusu. The other is yadribu. The middle letter has a kasra. And the third one is yaftahu, on the pattern of dhahaba, yadhabu. So that's the reason why for this week, I'm just making you practice the one which has the dhamma, which is a slightly tricky one, and the next ones are slightly easier to do. So that's the reason why I've done this way. So I'll send this handout if anyone wants to challenge themselves. So this handout, it has all of the 3 patterns for the present tense. Yaktubu, with the dhamma in the middle. Yadribu, the middle letter has a kasra in the ra. And then the next one is yaftahu, the ta in the middle has a fatha. So that's the reason why on top of the actual what's it called, bracket, you have the fatha there. Then underneath the actual bracket, you have a kasra, and then you have a dhamma on top. So that's the reason why they've divided it in this method. Okay?
Sheikh, I have a question about the test. Like, are you going to give us a test or?
I will be giving you a not a Zoom test. I will be giving a Google form exam. Yes.
Okay. So, and will there be classes in Shahru Ramadan?
I'm not going to teach in Shahr Ramadan now. So in Shahr Ramadan, there'll be no classes. The only thing, I'm still contemplating whether I'll do it or not, because it's just about the timing and whether I'll be able to do it or not. Normally what I do, I try to do something related to the Quran. Maybe some of the other students have told me, like, do certain ayat of the Quran and their explanation and their translation. So I have chosen, but I'm not too sure whether I'm able to do it. It's the ayat of the Fadail of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, which the Sunni ulama have issues, or there is a discussion, or there is a debate on those ayats, and it's trying to prepare yourself how to rebuttal and answer this question. For example, ayah wilaya, innama walikumullah. How do we answer that Imam Ali alayhi salam gave ruku in the state of sujood, stage of ruku? How do we prove it from the ayah itself? And then also the other ayah wilaya, ayah iblagh, in ayat tathir, that how does this prove the taharat of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam from the ayat itself and the Arabic grammatical perspective, so that you benefit as well. So that is something I have in mind. And the other topic I have in mind, but I'm just going to contemplate, it's imamat in the Quran. The concept of imamat in the Quran, from the ayat of the Quran and from previous prophets, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen imams after prophets, and the concept of imamat in the Quran. So that's a topic which I have in mind. So it's just depending whether I'll be able to do it because of time.
Okay. So do you think at this stage we will be able to like understand this concept, like about the different ayahs?
So what will happen is that you will understand. Of course, you will not understand everything. You will get bits and bobs and understand basic things. Those who are on book 3, they will understand more. But it will give you at least an insight of some of the concepts if you have not already studied them before. Because I'll be teaching them in English. I'll be not teaching in Arabic. I may use Arabic text as well, but of course I will translate it in English itself.
Okay. Okay. So will there be class next week?
There will be class next week. Yes.
You're going to us this week?
Sorry?
Our test will be this week?
No. Once we finish the book, not yet.
Got it.
Yeah?
Okay, thank you.
No problem at all. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. So please do the homeworks, and so that it will give me satisfaction that everyone is understanding, inshallah. Okay? So brother Ali Naqvi, can you recite Dua Faraj, or brother Ali Naqvi, bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى عبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة، وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا، حتى تسكنه أرضك توأى وتمتعه فيها طويلا. اللهم صل على محمد.
Jazakallah khair, Jazak. Thank you ever so much.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.